Here at Biodynamics.
Here at Apple, where we give you this same phone every year and call it the most powerful one yet.
Anyway, are you ready to get going?
Don't say anyway anymore. Anyway.
Anyway.
Are we doing a hook or something?
3, 2, 1. You've heard of the Illuminati. You've heard of the Freemasons. But have you heard of the Knights of Malta?
Someone's manipulating your emotions and harvesting them. It's time to get off the farm.
In 2007, we found pants that can walk.
Jimmy Neutron?
No.
Wow, that took me so off guard. I was
Oh, my goodness.
wow.
Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tinfoil Testament. Today, we're still three friends sitting in a four-sided room.
Episode 11.
2 days away from Thanksgiving, if you count Thanksgiving Day.
It's the 25th.
A
Sure.
week after Thanksgiving for you listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, that word needs to be deleted out of my vocabulary.
That got really intense.
I've been watching a lot of alien stuff on YouTube lately.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
Like the movies?
Yeah. Alien or Predator, like animation.
Have you seen Prey?
So. No. Is that the new one?
Yeah.
No,
where
I
they're
haven't.
like with the natives and stuff. I
No.
really liked it.
Oh, you watched it?
No, I'm a Christian.
Same.
What'd you,
Snippets. You know how you go on, was it Fandango or whatever on
Yeah.
YouTube and just you can watch the whole movie?
No.
Pretty much. It's like part 1 of 10.
yeah, but yeah, and then there's ads in between. and stuff. Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
So you pirated, basically.
Yeah.
But you didn't download it, you just clicked on it.
Yeah, it's YouTube.
Yeah.
So I have to issue a correction from last week's.
Uh-oh.
I misspoke. I
Never.
said that there were 3 slabs for the Georgia Guidestones, not including the middle slab thing holding it up and the thing on top. So technically that would have made it 5. But there's actually 4.
Sorry, Benson.
I'm so sorry I failed you guys. But as you can see, we hold ourselves accountable, or I hold myself accountable.
Oh, wow. Way to separate yourself
Well,
from the
you
group
guys haven't made
Man,
a mistake
this
yet
is-
to be held accountable with.
that we know
So-
of.
That we know of.
So you guys haven't had to. So the only one who's proven it is me. But I'm sure you guys would correct yourselves.
Speaking of housekeeping things,
But I was wrong. I am sorry.
did you ever actually watch that video I sent in the group chat?
No.
Wow.
I'm honest.
Okay. It was about the Rosicrucians.
We got
not
Honest
the
Abe
Rosicrucians.
over here.
What?
No, I wanted
it's
you
about
to tell
the
me about them.
I don't think I watched it either.
While we're getting things off of our chest, I have somebody else
Now
reply
that
for
you
my whole.
mentioned it.
It was about the
Sorry.
pilgrims that you talked about, the lost.
Oh, the Croatoans? I
Croatoans.
did watch that one. I'm lying. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm not lying. I didn't watch it.
Where they found like that whole metal shavings and all that
The
stuff.
scale from
Yeah.
a forge. Yeah.
You probably-
It was implementing the fact that they finally found what happened to the Europeans that went missing.
Yeah.
They
They went to that other island.
to the other island and they actually assimilated with the natives. So
Yep.
happy
So,
ending.
That happened
That's
to
no
them.
longer a mystery.
We still don't know why Edgar Allan Poe and some other people had that
No
thing
clue.
going on.
No clue. I listened to a podcast today that was talking about all that. It was a 3-part
Yeah.
series, Haunted Cosmos. Oh, listen.
Is
to
that a
that
new
one.
episode?
No,
I don't think I've gotten that
no.
far.
It's season 3, I think. No, it was the Dusty Tomes in between season 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah. Either I skipped it because I kind of started skipping those, or I haven't gotten that far. One of the two.
Okay, I'm working myself back because I'm already caught up.
You're going
but-
backwards. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I'm caught up, but I'm going backwards.
I like to go forward because the regression in progress is harder to deal with.
Yeah, I do that with a lot of podcasts.
When you
though.
can tell, like, oof, they they got better in the future, but it's harder
Yeah.
to listen to compared to, oh, they got better.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't even notice it was poor.
I did that with Ninjas of Butterflies. I did that with them. I found them, watched 2 episodes, and I started back on.
I've slowly
season
been
1.
working my way through them. I'm like episode 38, 39,
Oh
somewhere in
my
there.
gosh, it's so good. Such a good podcast, y'all. Y'all
And
need to listen to that.
Other housekeeping. Me and Andrew are not on another show. Never have been. Well, maybe he has. I don't know. I haven't.
I have a secret life you don't know about.
Okay. Next week's episode is going to be about Andrew's secret life.
It's his maid service. He's still not on another show.
My maid service?
Yes.
What am I dressing up in a maid outfit?
That's between you and the Lord.
That's awesome. Oh,
Is it?
Man.
Oh man, but anyways, thanks. Oops, said it. Either way,
Shut up. I don't care anymore. Whatever. I freaked out too much.
no, thank y'all for subbing and liking and commenting. It makes a difference, I think.
And listening.
Seeing people like us makes us feel better.
Yeah,
Well, I think we need to actually get into our topics now, don't y'all?
yeah, sure. Why not? It's only Thanksgiving week and work has been really, really slow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You better believe it. I took off tomorrow. I took
Really?
off tomorrow. Yeah. Because I'm sitting there peeling plastic off of metal all day for 2 days.
Well, don't do that no more.
So, well, I mean, whatever. So,
my work has been horrible. So
yeah.
things just broke because the idiots don't know what they're doing, and we're trying to fix it, and we can't.
Nice.
And I don't have access to anything, and it's horrible.
Like idiots at your company or idiots at a different company?
Both, but mostly the third-party people we have. Well, it's my company too, because I do IT stuff for the people who are listening,
Yeah,
and
his company.
basically we earlier this year we switched this one system we had to another company, and they decided to change the rules, and I have access to nothing in it now, and so it's like when stuff breaks and I have to troubleshoot, I can't because I can't check anything, and it's not
That's
fun.
rough.
And then another third-party people we use that are terrible broke something, and it took them a day to realize
Lot of
the
breaking.
problem is the thing we told them it was a problem when we told them there was an issue. So
That's how it always is.
So they're the problem.
yes. Sorry.
You fired.
Let's talk about some knights.
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 The Knights. Have you ever want to be a knight?
Have I ever want to be a knight? I have ever want to be a knight.
No, not really. No.
So, the Knights of Malta. Have y'all ever heard of them? A lot of people haven't. Most people.
I want to say no. I have no idea what they are, but
Yeah.
I might have heard the name, and maybe as you explain, like, okay. But as it stands now, I don't think so.
I'd never heard of them until last week. I heard it on a short on YouTube, and they didn't explain anything other than the Knights of Malta are in with the banks, and then they went on to the next thing. I was like, oh.
Banks?
So I started looking them up today. Man, it's a rabbit hole, dude. It's a rabbit hole. So, the Knights of Malta, also known as the Sovereign Military Order of Malta, is one of the oldest and most distinguished chivalric orders in the world. And it goes all the way back to, oh man, I forgot the date. But anyway, it's 900 years old, the order. So it was 1013, because 2013 they had their 900th anniversary. So
Well, that would put it at 1113.
okay, so it's 1113. It's 1113 was when it was founded. But it has played a very significant role within European history and the Mediterranean history also, especially during the Crusades and the defense of Christendom. When the Ottoman Empire was coming into Europe and taking over vast swaths of territory from the Europeans. But the Order of St. John, later known as the Knights Hospitaller, was founded around 1099, just after the First Crusade initially. It was a charitable organization providing care for pilgrims to the Holy Land, particularly in Jerusalem, along with the Knights Templar. So the Knights Templar and this organization,
Hospitaller.
It's a weird name.
Hospitaller.
So the Knights of Hospitaller, along with the Knights Templar, they helped pilgrims to come down to the Holy Land. The Knights Hospitaller, they set up a hospital down there, and they were treating the sick and the wounded and so on and so forth, a hospital, while the Knights Templar was guiding people down. But it began as a group of monks who ran a hospital in Jerusalem. That's how they came up with the name Knights Hospitaller, right?
I guess.
But during the Crusades, the order became known for its military powers, fighting in battles to defend Christian territories in the Holy Land and later in other areas like Cyprus, Rhodes, and Malta. After the fall of the Kingdom of Jerusalem in 1291, the Hospitallers relocated to the island of Rhodes, where they maintained a stronghold against Ottoman expansion. Now, this is where they get the name the Knights of Malta from. So in 1530, Emperor Charles V of Spain granted the Hospitallers control of the island of Malta, which would become their most famous base of operations, and the order remained in Malta for almost 270 years. So older than the United States, they stayed on this island. The U.S. is 250 years old.
Next year.
Next year. It's 249 years as of right now.
And some months.
Yeah, whatever. But the Great Siege of Malta, which was in 1565, was a very pivotal moment in the Knights' history. The Ottoman Empire attempted to capture the island, but was repelled by the Knights and their allies, solidifying their reputation as defenders of Christendom. Now, that little section right there, that battle, it could be an hour-long podcast in and of itself, even a full series, because it was a major, major battle.
Was it a long one?
I don't know how long it lasted. It lasted a decent bit because Malta is a island.
Right.
So it was very highly fortified. However, it was 40,000 Ottoman troops.
Dude, that's crazy.
40,000 with their navy, and also trying to land their boats onto the island itself. 40,000 against 6,000. And they won.
The 6,000?
Yeah, the Knights of Malta won.
Makes sense.
Crazy.
They're basically playing whack-a-mole with these guys coming off the boat.
It makes sense to me because, they're on boats, so they have the advantage. They have to get off the boat, and then there's also they know the area.
Yeah. That's why...
They have a huge advantage.
Side note, that's why China is reluctant to invade Taiwan, because of how dug in Taiwan is. And also, from Taiwan, they would also have other allies of Taiwan, Japan, the Philippines, Australia, the U.S. to also attack China. So that's why they haven't taken over Taiwan since the 50s, right? Since they had their civil war. It's very difficult to attack that fortified of a position, which is basically what this was with the island of Malta. So that was the Great Siege. However, the decline of the Knights of Malta. So this is when they stopped becoming a military power. It was all the way in 1798. The Knights were expelled from Malta by Napoleon. Napoleon was the one that was able to expel them from the island. And once they were gone, then they kind of what's the word?
Dispersed?
Yeah.
Dissolved?
Yeah.
Dissipated?
Those are synonyms of the word I'm thinking of.
You said
Disbanded.
Yeah. Anyway.
All the disses.
Anyway. So, but, however.
Anyway, but either way, however.
I just need to stop worrying about it. Whatever.
You sure do.
Just
I know.
speak how you want to speak.
So the Knights were expelled from Malta by Napoleon, who invaded the island. And the French occupation ended their rule in Malta, and the order was scattered across Europe. Despite losing Malta, the order remains a sovereign entity with its own constitution and a strong international presence. And this is where the whole conspiracy down the rabbit hole starts to begin.
Napoleon was actually one of them, and it was all distraction.
Was
so
it
they
Napoleon
could
that
spread into the government?
died and he had his hands put out of the casket to show nobody leaves life with anything? Was that him?
I thought
I
you were
have no
saying.
idea.
I thought you were saying, isn't Napoleon that dynamite?
That's the guy you were talking about, right?
That's a different Napoleon.
He kicked everybody off by doing a dance battle.
He opened his hands to reveal tater tots. Is that the?
Gosh, man. So it is headquartered in Rome, though it has no land or territory. But it is still considered a sovereign nation.
Really?
Yes. It is extremely unique.
Considered by who? Not me.
The UN,
Nobody cares about them.
the UN, Rome, the Vatican, and
So nothing of importance.
the US. Many nations see them as a sovereign territory, sovereign nation, but they have no land and they have no official. I guess they do have official citizens, but they're even allowed to give out passports and licenses. So its primary focus now is they're going back to where they originated from. It's humanitarian aid. That's their primary focus now, and they're operating in hospitals, medical missions, and social welfare programs around the world.
Seems like it's sort of turning into like a religion of sorts.
Yes, in a way. There are 13,500 knights, actual designated knights. Within those knights, the only people that are allowed to be invited and deemed a knight are those of Catholic faith, Roman Catholic faith. And they have to be, no, that's not true. What I was going to think of. But they have
look at you holding accountability, just like I said.
They have to be a Roman Catholic in order to be a knight. Now, it's not, they themselves are not a religion, but they have to be of the Roman Catholic faith. Now, you can be a part of the organization and be of any nation, any creed, any religion. There's over 100,000 members, I think there are. So there's quite a few members. But
Pretty cool, actually.
it's very diverse. It's a lot like the Red Cross in a lot of ways.
Was the Pope like their head military guy?
Yes, their Pope is the head.
I forgot what the term is.
So they have a president, a supreme president, king, knight, person. I forgot the exact term.
Are these the same guys that were popping up in the news recently as coming back to Rome?
I haven't heard about that.
I have no idea if it's these guys, but they were dressed in like Templar-esque knight uniforms and armor, whatnot. Either way, they were going back to Rome for some reason to the Vatican.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I didn't see anything about that with research. I didn't look up any news. I just looked up, their
Just them.
conspiracy theories and stuff like that. So it's
How does one join? Not that I would, because I don't want to be Catholic, but
First step.
the first step
Be
is that
Catholic.
you do have to be
I'm out.
Catholic. But I honestly don't know. Everything that I was reading, it never said how to actually join.
Sounds like Cicada 30, whatever it is. The Cicada Project's like, we'll contact you.
Yeah, I've really been meaning to look into that.
Dude, that's
I
got to
know.
be a deep dive.
I know. And that's the hesitation of why I haven't actually looked into it, because I know it's going to be so deep, and maybe after hunting season.
Yeah,
After the new year.
we
Yeah.
can start looking into it.
Because Christmas season is
Yeah, Christmas.
Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
I think you cut out right there.
what?
I think you said Christmas.
No, I said
but-
Christmas.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Christmas. Anyway,
Either way.
however.
So this is where the conspiracies start, okay? The Knights
they
of Malta.
haven't started yet.
No, that was just like a little history, a little
I
background.
thought the whole thing,
No, they are a real thing.
the whole thing was made up.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
Your mom's made up. Was that it?
No.
Okay.
You got to keep that one in.
Okay.
I was going to say something.
Okay.
I was going to say something dumb, but I
Dude,
just
just say it.
no. It was stupid. It wasn't even catchy. It was just something. It was stupid.
Have you heard my words?
Okay, I'm going to start reading.
All right, sorry.
Sorry.
The Knights of Malta is a world organization with its threads weaving through business, banking, politics, the CIA,
Whoa.
other countries' intelligence agencies or organizations,
The Who.
inside of religions, education, inside of law, military, and think tanks.
CERN.
And it's the foundations of the United States Information Agency.
So they're the Catholic Jews.
Dude, they sound like the Masons. Low key.
Yes and no.
They don't have jars.
They are also being accused of some members weaving in within the Masons.
Okay.
But the Masons and the Catholics butt heads way too much. They both hate each other. So the Catholics would never, quote, officially, the Vatican would never officially
Yeah.
work with the Freemasons. However, there have been a few members that have supposedly been a part of both.
Yeah, there's always going to be those little groups that kind of cross over into each side. So,
Yeah. The world head of the Knights of Malta is elected for a life term. So this is the
so it's to death.
yeah. So
Do us
this
part.
is unless they are like actually kicked out.
Sort of like the Pope.
Yeah. But they are the leader is elected through the group of knights that are in there. But Malta, they're elected for life with the approval of the Pope. So it all
The Pope?
yes, it all
Okay.
goes through. Now that is actually fact. So that's not the conspiracy part, that's actually fact.
Okay.
But the Knights of Malta have their own constitution and are sworn to work toward the establishment of a new world order with the Pope at its head. Okay, that's the conspiracy.
Well, they should have said the Malta World Order.
Ooh. The Knights of Malta members are also powerful members of the CFR, the Council of Foreign Relations, and the Trilateral Commission. So
like, what happens? You said they're obviously recognized as a people. What happens if they're like, we need our own place?
Well, so far they don't want their own place.
What if they do?
Well, if they do, then I guess they'll have to figure that out. But I mean, their
Gonna be
headquarters,
Palestine all over again.
their headquarters are within the Vatican. So the Vatican's within Rome, and the Vatican is extremely tiny. So they just have a few, like 1 or 2 office buildings.
Yeah,
That's their head.
this might sound stupid, but they would probably do something like Disneyland does, where they would buy some land, and that's their own county.
Yeah, they can work around it.
Yeah.
So the group includes many deep politician or deep state politicians, members around the world. I mean, all over in all kinds of different countries.
Joe Biden?
Well, there was one president that they listed on here.
I mean,
John
Joe
Adams.
Biden's Catholic.
You'll never guess. You might.
Let's
I
guess.
mean,
Come on, give us a chance.
You got 47 guesses, so
No, we have 48.
No, we have 46.
48.
40. Well,
45.
Okay, stop.
Final.
Depending on which conspiracies you subscribe to.
But there's many
Benjamin Franklin.
John Adams.
There's many deep state politicians that are members around
Oh,
us.
the deep state.
And also
How
members.
did we get into the deep state?
By going through the shallow state.
I want to get into the deep state.
Let the man go.
Sorry.
So they are involved with politicians and intelligence agencies and banking industry and media and military industrial complexes, which fit uncomfortably with its stated aims of poverty, chastity, and obedience.
Do you think they're with AI companies too, probably?
As of right now, I mean, they could be. I mean, if they've got their hands or their webs, fingers, or whatever in all these other organizations, I'm sure that they do. But it gives a new angle on the order's claims to be above national laws and even the Vatican's control. Except in religious matters, the group, which has permanent observer status at the United Nations, issues its own passports and used to be considered a separate country. And it is still, by some people, considered its own country. But it also holds observer status within the United Nations Central Emergency Response Fund. And they've contributed only $36,000 between 2006 and 2022.
They're broke.
Yeah, they're broke. But I mean, to the United Nations, $36,000 over that period of time is like pennies.
Just don't even bring it at that point.
It might. I don't even know if the UN even does pay taxes.
Oh, I can't.
They probably don't.
I
Yeah.
doubt it, yeah. Who would they pay it to?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It doesn't even pay taxes, but. So only, like I said earlier, only Roman Catholics can be members, although non-Catholics can receive merit, decorations, and medals. The list of members at right must be considered partially speculative, as if there's no official public record who's actually a member. Now, there are a few people that are public about it, and they are the face of the members. But that's largely the only people that we know that are.
So how do we get in?
Well,
How do we expose everything?
first pretend to be Catholic good enough that the Pope believes you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty easy. I have an insider. My dad was Catholic.
Hey, there you go.
He was.
So this goes with what you were saying about, it sounds like they're Freemasons, right? So in spite of antagonism between the Catholics and the Freemasonry, many of the Knights of Malta are reported to also be Freemasons. So here's a list of supposed members of
The whole list
the
or
Knights
just
of
some
Malta.
random people?
Some random people. It's not the whole list.
People of interest.
It only says 62 known members.
But we know of 30 or 13,000.
Do y'all know who John Bolton is?
Well, I may
That
have heard the name.
sounds familiar.
So he's a neocon U.S. deep state operative who was Trump's national security advisor until September 2019.
Is Cash Patel on there?
He was a hack.
Yeah, he's actually getting charges against him right now because
This guy or Cash?
John Bolton,
Okay.
because he supposedly stole some documents, some classified documents, and used them to his advantage.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So John Bolton, there's a lot of foreign names, but
I got to look this guy up.
so here's another American. U.S. deep state operative James Buckley. I've never heard of him, but here's one.
Bucky Barnes, you might have heard him.
George H.W. Bush.
Whoa.
George W.
That was the boy back in the day. That
Yeah.
was the young gunslinger.
He looks like a knight.
But he's also the Skull and Bones mastermind
Yes.
of the Bush family.
Yes.
I don't know. Do you know the
Yeah.
Skull and Bones? You should know the Skull and Bones.
You've heard of it.
Society?
I don't think so. This
Okay.
does not sound familiar.
Skull and Bones, man. That's
That's another one.
J.D. Vance was a part of Skull and Bones.
Yep.
So Jeb Bush.
I don't care, Margaret.
Jeb? They got Jeb?
They got Jeb, man. They got
They
Jeb
probably
Bush.
I got all of them.
Jeb Bush. And I'm just saving the best for last. You ready for this one?
Barack Obama.
No. I'm going to give you one more guess.
AOC.
No, come on. Nobody wants her. Bill Clinton.
Ronald Reagan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Ronald Reagan.
bro, I wanted to like him growing up so much, but the older I've gotten, I don't like any of them hardly at all.
Me either.
I like Teddy Roosevelt.
I don't even like that guy.
I liked him in Night at the Museum.
Nah, Teddy Roosevelt's my favorite.
Lincoln, that's probably my overall top dog right there.
Ooh.
Or George Washington, just because he's crazy enough to attack on Christmas Day. Just go after it.
I think anyone pre-Civil War
All is fair.
is, I don't know enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
we know stories, like especially like George Washington, but like it's so far back. Who's to say?
If you know our history, you'll know that there wasn't a perfect president ever.
And anyone post Civil War, like I don't like any of them.
I don't think you can be a perfect president, really, honestly.
Well,
I
No,
think-
I mean, it's politics. You're not going to please everybody.
yeah, you got to make the decisions that do the most good.
However, Richard Nixon, this is a whole nother episode. Richard Nixon was the most popular president
Yeah,
ever.
Except Joe Biden.
yeah. I had dead relatives that voted for him.
For Nixon?
He was.
No.
Oh,
Biden.
I get it. But yeah, so he was the most popular president ever. And he was starting to do things that the deep state didn't like. And all but one person that was breaking into the office was former CIA or
Dude, there's so much wrong
Yeah.
with that.
yeah, I'm not getting into all that. Anyway,
We have like 3 podcast ideas right there.
Yeah. So the Knights of Malta, they have their fingers in everything, and they are very secretive. And I might have to do another episode on them if I can find any more good information.
We need to keep a running tally of groups like this that we think are in the deep state.
Yeah. Well, this speculation is that they actually helped create the CIA itself, and they were working with
I can see that.
the founders of the CIA to get everything else. But like I said earlier, they are working with the Rockefellers and the banking and so on and so forth, controlling everything around the world, supposedly. But so is the Illuminati, so are the Jews, so are the Rosicrucians, and there's all kinds of deep state.
There's a lot.
The WEF is controlling everything. The UN's controlling
The
everything. Reptilians.
They can only go through walls.
So
Not
there's
only.
not everybody can control everything around the world. So which one's controlling what? Is it blocked off into hemispheres? Is it blocked off into
Do you know who remains
continents?
suspiciously untouched by all of them? China.
Because they're
so
open
you
with it.
know.
I do.
They're open with it.
I'm sure that they have all
It's
their
the Great Wall that keeps them out. They can't get through.
Oh.
Except the reptilians.
Yeah, they can go through.
So they're not untouched. The reptilians are in. But nobody else. They can't make it through the wall.
It's I kind of just scraped the surface of the Knights of Malta. But it is very odd that they are allowed to be a sovereign territory
Yeah.
without any land.
Yeah, that's the part that I don't understand.
And they don't have any, quote, citizens, but they're allowed to give out.
Maybe you guys know, but off the top of
Passports.
my head, I can't name another group that is there that is considered a sovereign state without like their own property and land.
As far as I know, there are 0.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
this article that I read, it said that they are unique. But there are a very few that are like that, and I don't know what they are or how many there are, but I imagine
Yeah.
like you can count them on one hand.
Probably.
So-
Like I'm trying to think of different ones, and like even us with the Amish in the U.S. Like
Well, they have
have land, yeah, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't know how we govern that because, like, for instance, when they go to buy a gun, they don't have. Ooh. Now I want to know.
I was going to say the Native Americans with the res,
Yeah.
but
In a way,
obviously,
yeah.
obviously they've got land.
They do. In Canada, they just give it back.
Yeah.
I was listening to a story on the Amish where if you go in and because you don't have a regular birth certificate and all that,
Right.
if you want to buy a firearm, you just tell them like my name is Jebediah, and they literally have to write Jebediah, and then where the social security number, all that other stuff is filled out, it's just blank. And okay, how old are you? 21.
Dude, I need to become Amish.
No, you don't.
I need to become Amish for about 5 years. Buy up. Hey, CIA.
You're going to be
FBI.
the deep state that gets into the Amish. I need to get an Amish, buy up all and then you stop.
Y'all remember the TV show Amish Mafia?
No.
No.
No. That was a funny show. It was literally Amish Mafia. It was so wild, but it was it was
It was so good it took your words away.
yeah.
It's better
I'm
than
trying to
Knights
think
of
of
Malta.
I'm trying to think of the specific type of TV
Were
show.
they just
it
like
was.
Well, while
running
you think, I'm
around
gonna go grab some water.
doing drive-bys in their carriages? And
No,
stuff?
they were a
Can you grab me
reality TV show. That's what I was trying to think of. Reality TV show.
Oh,
Yeah, but
can you grab me one?
you got 2 right there, bud.
I don't know where these are from.
Those are from you. I brought you both of them.
Okay, never mind.
So they literally go to barns and they'll tear up somebody's barn if they don't do something that they want them to do. Like, I mean, they'll run moonshine and stuff like that, and
This
They'll
is a
do favors.
conspiracy I want to figure out about the Amish that you said moonshine. Is that real moonshine doesn't get you drunk? I don't know.
what?
That's what your father told me.
That ain't what?
I don't know when the last time he had that moonshine was because he doesn't drink ever or hasn't ever.
Look, real moonshine will run an engine.
That's what I thought, that it was way stronger.
You can put it in, it's ethanol. It's ethanol. You can put it in an engine and run it and drive it. So the fact that real moonshine doesn't get you drunk,
I don't know where he heard that.
he's misinformed.
Well, we can always ask good old Chat GPT.
Does real moonshine.
The stronger it gets, the more poisonous it is to your body.
That's why it's illegal.
So, which moonshine is just non-aged whiskey.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Well, that was a good conversation about the Knights of Malta.
Short answer, yep, moonshine gets you drunk.
What's the long answer?
But here's the important part. Moonshine equals very, like emphasis on the word very, strong alcohol. Most moonshine is unaged, high proof whiskey, and often much stronger than normal liquor.
Yes.
And then there's a bunch of stuff. It keeps going. I'm not going to.
Good old Mountain Dew.
Sunny D and rum. Yum, yum. It's a flavor I just thought of.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Sunny D. Oh, we're going to cut that.
So Loosh. What's Loosh, Jeremy?
Spelled Loosh.
So, y'all ever heard about Loosh?
Nope.
Loosh. That sounds like something European.
Sounds like a streamer named Daltouche.
So what? Just guess. What do y'all know about Loosh?
I know nothing. I know
What do y'all
nothing
know?
other than
I know how to spell it now.
other than how it's spelled. If you asked me how to spell it beforehand, like I said, I would think that it was European, and it'll be Lou with the line over the U, CH.
Loosh.
But that's not how it's spelled. It's spelled Loosh. That's all we know. And I'm going to continue to repeat that until you...
Loosh.
Any guesses to what it is?
No!
No.
I don't know.
Until
I
you
just know it's spelled.
Is it European?
Probably not.
Oh.
All right.
Is it Asian?
I'm sitting here waiting.
He was about to say words, so I was waiting on him.
Okay, go.
So, Robert Allen Monroe. Y'all know him?
I know the
Is
Monroe
he
Doctrine, which is...
European.
Which
American?
is... Monroe is one of our presidents.
Not that Monroe.
Okay. Any relation?
Probably not.
Okay.
So just to be clear, this dude was not somebody who wanted to be mystic. He was not into any of the weird, spiritual, weird stuff.
Like the kind of stuff that happens at Waffle House
He
at 3 a.m.
was very stubborn. He was very...
Was he like the guy that said this song is not a Christmas song?
No. He was very pragmatic. He liked to observe things and study it and figure out how it works. Born in 1915.
Old.
He was educated in pre-med,
Okay.
English, engineering, and journalism.
That's quite a bit.
That's
And
a lot of majors.
he ended up running or creating a radio company and was like the executive and one of the founders of the Jefferson Cable Corporation.
So this would be in the 40s, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And he launched RAM Enterprises, which was a lot to do with radio and audio. So he was, again, super smart, super...
Was he wealthy?
Probably.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, no doubt.
And but in the 50s, television started becoming a thing. And so he was hit with, we're radio competing with television. Do we combine it together? How do we go? Where do we go forward with the company? And it was his decision because he was in charge.
He should have said
Loosh.
podcast.
And no,
Which is combining the two.
no. So he decided that he wasn't going to go into television. he was instead going to focus on audio and other applications for audio. And so his thing was like, let's try to see if we can do sleep learning with audio. So
okay.
his company had they created for this specific thing a new division called the Research and Development Division. So it was just they now had like scientists and are researching how to do
R&D.
stuff.
I think I have heard this story before, but I don't remember
What is
anything
the
about it.
Loosh?
Like I'm
we're getting there.
remembering as you're talking about
I
it.
thought you might have heard,
But
this
I
before.
can't predict what you're going to say. Like if that makes sense, right?
So
It's like deja vu.
one of the first things they decided to look into is, can we use audio to help people fall asleep? To even start learning it to fall asleep. So can we get audio that basically if someone starts listening to it, it'll knock them out? And they didn't want to use any drugs. They didn't want to do any of that stuff. They wanted to do it purely with sounds and patterns.
It sounds like binary beats or
And
something
so
like that.
Monroe, again, wanted to be observing it, wanted to be involved. So he refused to let anyone else be the subject. So he did the tests on himself.
Okay.
He put himself as
Respect.
the primary test subject. And so he started going to bed at night with headphones, listening to the sounds that they did. They had like tones and stuff they would do.
This is binary beats.
I don't know what that is.
And as he started doing it, eventually some weird stuff started happening. The biggest thing that was weird was that one night he started vibrating. But like
Okay.
his insides, like his entire inner being was just vibrating.
I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to say
Like
he
his
started
organs?
seeing manifestations of things or
No.
hallucinating. That's what the
He
what you were
became
gonna
the
say.
sound.
He started vibrating internally, and it
Sir,
scared
that's
him.
called gas.
No. It scared him, and he started having strange dreams as well. But he was more concerned about the weird vibrating, and it freaked him out. He would get up and like he couldn't sleep either because
So he could stop it by getting up and
moving around. I think
Okay.
I think it stopped it. And,
Question. Was he using certain sounds or certain frequency?
probably
They didn't
both.
really say here. Later on, we'll come back to it,
Okay.
and for some other stuff that probably stemmed from this. An example was like they would have.
When I say certain sound, sorry, I'm cutting you off, but when I say certain sound, I mean like certain pattern.
pattern.
Well, they would one thing
Rhythms.
it wasn't here specifically, but for later on, something he does
Yeah.
is in one ear play, say 100 hertz, and the other ear play
Yes.
play 104,
This
or it's just slightly off.
this sounds like
okay.
binary beats. Exactly what it is.
So, but it would use like a straight tone. It wouldn't be. It would just be like
Yeah.
Okay.
whatever 100
Gotcha.
sound like. But I don't know exactly at this moment in time if that's what it was. Or I doubt it. Anyway, this scared him, and so he went to the doctor and was like, "This is what's happening. It's bizarre because it's not. I'm not shaking. The bed's not shaking, but I'm vibrating on the inside, and it feels weird, and I hate it."
So it's continuing after he takes the headphones off?
Yep.
Wow.
He's just
So
he's,
it's lasting effects.
and the doctor just said, "Oh, they did an examination. They found nothing." So the doctor's like, "You're just working hard.
Well, of course. How
You're
would they be
just-
able to
You're
to
just
detect
like they
that?
completely downplayed it and said you're stressed. Get some sleep." And he's just like, "I can't." So he tried to ignore it, and it kept happening. Like it didn't happen every night, but it consistently would happen, and it would continue. It got more and more often, and each time he would fight it, he wouldn't just sit there and let it happen. And then in 1958, he was laying down in the afternoon. He's tired because, again, for about a year, he's been dealing with this.
That's crazy.
And so he just was like, "You know what? I'm so tired. If I die, I die." Like if this vibration is like
Really?
something. So he's just like, "I'm just whatever." So he just laid there and let it happen. Because he's just like, you know,
What a way to get to like the point of death. Like it's not pain or it's I'm vibrating.
Well,
And so it just happened for about 5 minutes and then just tapered off. And then he was fine. And then he went to sleep. And so he realized in that moment, not what it was. I don't know if he ever figured out what it was, but he's like, it doesn't kill me. So there's no harm in letting it happen in the future when it happens. And like I said, his brain is, I want to study, I want to observe. So he's like, so now I'm going to start studying this phenomenon when it happens to me.
it took him a full year to figure that out.
Because he was panicking. Because
He was
like,
stressed out.
he was like, he felt like he was going crazy.
I'm vibrating, and the doctor says get some rest. That's when I'm resting. I'm vibrating.
So he started letting it happen, which I mean he couldn't stop it anyway, but he started letting it happen, stopped fighting it, started observing it, started taking notes or whatever. And then one night in 1958, same stuff was happening. At this point, he was used to it, and he didn't always study it. Sometimes he just like laid there and just let his mind wander. And so he one night was laying next to his wife in bed, and he was just thinking, okay, here's the vibrating, of course. Let me just, whatever. He started thinking about the next day, about the weather coming in. And dude was also a glider pilot. Like he just did,
Wow.
He just did everything. So he was thinking about like tomorrow would be a great day to do that. Was thinking about it, getting happy about it, doing it. And then while he's thinking, suddenly something's bumping him on the shoulder.
Oh boy.
And he looks and it's like the floor. And so he's like, why am I on the floor? And then he noticed in the middle of the floor, there was a weird fountain. And he's like, what is this? So he like looked at it harder and realized that wasn't a fountain. That was a chandelier.
So he's on the ceiling.
And he's on the ceiling, not the floor.
Nah.
He literally vibrated all the way
Nah.
up to the...
And his wife's asleep at this point, I'm assuming.
Yeah, she was asleep the whole time. And so he noticed, so his brain is like, I'm dreaming.
Of course.
He's like, this is a dream. I guess this was like a lucid dream. I don't know if in the 50s that was a term yet. Probably, I don't know. I would doubt it, but maybe it was. But whether or not he knew that's what it was, he was thinking like, this is a dream I'm in control of. This is interesting. I've never been in this experience before. And again, study mode. And then he looks down and he sees his wife, and next to his wife is another man.
Whoa.
So he's like, who would I dream is sleeping next to my, like they're literally asleep. So they're not doing anything.
He astral.
So he's
projecting?
so he's like, who would I dream is sleeping next to my wife? So he kind of figured out how to move a little bit, and he gets a little closer, and then he notices that's him.
Out of body.
And when he notices that's him, a panic sets in, and he realizes this isn't a dream. This is something else. And he again goes back to I'm dead or I'm dying. Like he's like this
Of
is
course.
this is me being dead, and this is like me lingering before whatever happens next happens. And he panics, and so like he forces himself down to where he is. And when he gets to his body, he gets pulled back in, and he immediately sits up gasping, and remembers fully what happened.
So basically floats back down in himself.
So again, he doesn't just assume that this was something good or like real. He thinks he's gone crazy again, just like with the vibrations. So he goes to the doctor and is like, find something, a brain tumor. Tell me I'm dying, something. Like, this is ridiculous. And they're like, tested him. No, you're fine. So he goes to a psychiatrist and someone he knows, and they do their diagnostic stuff, and they're like, you're perfectly sane. You're in your right mind. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not crazy.
Hold on. Is his next thing? It's not killing me, so I'm gonna keep letting it happen.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, that's it. But so what happens is like the dude's like the psychiatrist says, this sounds like, we don't have a word for it. We don't have science for it. We don't even really believe in this stuff. But in India, there's like this spirit guru stuff where they talk about things like this. Maybe you can go take a trip to India and talk to them. They might have experience with it. And Monroe was just like, I have a job. I have a family. I can't just pack up and go to India for who knows how long.
Vibrate there.
So he decides instead, I have an R&D department. Let's just drop the sleep thing. And he and like later on in life, he even said this is purely a selfish thing. This was like everything they'd done with this company before was to better something. This he was like, I just want to know what was going on. So they just started using the whole department to research him to see what's happening with him.
The things you could do with money.
That's how a true business owner does.
So
figure me out.
So he started researching on himself and eventually learned. This is when with the audio, this is when he did the one frequency in one ear and one in the other and made they called the process hemi-sync. I really don't even understand what it is
of your brain.
But
I've
basically,
heard of hemi-sync, yeah.
But basically, it's just like to make the whole thing is now he's focused on out of body experiences, and so he's trying to figure out how to induce them. And so his idea is like these sounds will make your brain relax and get into that sleep mode, but it's just your mind, or just like the half of it. So your senses go out like you're sleeping, but mentally you're not asleep. And this will, which is what when I did the out of body experience episode, I didn't know about this, but that's what they would say is like put yourself where you're asleep but not asleep. Like that's what you got to do. So that's basically what he concluded and tried to do it with audio and
shutting off certain parts of your brain
and
keeping
it
others on.
Seems to work. And he started being able to project or have these experiences more often. And eventually he says he could just do it anytime he wanted to do it. Like I assume he had to do all this stuff, but like he just did it whenever.
I don't want to be here.
So
I'm going to do this.
So he starts doing these experiments and he records them. He takes diagrams. He searches for correlations and he's trying to figure it all out. Then one time he starts encountering beings.
Of course. So, question, was he able to manipulate anything while he was doing this out-of-body experience?
Doesn't say. I don't know.
Did he ever confirm, like, okay, I'm going to go try to see this over here, and when I wake up, I'm going to try to confirm it?
I don't know about that either. I didn't. It was difficult to find good information because everything was always just like his book, and I don't want to buy his book.
Yeah.
So I basically have to just go off interviews he had. Which he didn't go into that stuff or like people talking about it from where they read the book. So there are details I don't know.
Buy the book.
It's possible though. But he noticed that he wasn't alone and that there were other intelligences and they weren't physical per se, but he figured out kind of how to interact with them. And he called them inspecs. For intelligent species, because he didn't know what to call them.
You little speck.
This is where we start getting into things. You had to understand this guy before we could get any further.
The Loosh.
So they started revealing to him the lessons, and I don't believe any of this, for the record, but I'm going to present it as if it's factual. I don't think any of it's real. I think maybe he thinks he saw this stuff. Maybe he dreamed it. Maybe it was demonic spirits talking to him. I won't say.
Well, we did talk about how psychedelics can make you see some crazy things.
Well, these weren't psychedelics, but yes, out-of-body experiences as well tend to lead to this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But he started to learn things like the Earth isn't just a world, it's a system. Life isn't an accident, it's an experiment. Emotion isn't just experience, it's a substance. That substance
sounds... Go ahead, sorry.
Is called Loosh.
Okay, so this is where...
This is very psychedelic-like.
Loosh is the substance of
Things
emotion.
hoped for.
No, of emotion.
Oh.
And at first, he didn't even want to believe any of this. He pretended like he didn't get told, didn't hear it, but like revealed to him or whatever, and he denied it. But it kept coming back, and he kept learning more. And again, this is where it takes God and like perverts creation and perverts who God is, because it says he said he learned that there was someone somewhere, doesn't have a name, someone capital S, so that would be God.
Mm-hmm.
And he built a garden for the sole purpose of gathering Loosh, because this someone needs Loosh.
Dude, this is like some manga type stuff.
It sounds like he's having a very long psychotic break.
At first,
For real.
the Loosh was gathered by things dying.
So people and animals.
There
and
weren't even
plants?
people at this point.
Okay.
So it would be like people, or not people, animals. No people, but it'd be like people. It would be like
Animals.
animals
And plants.
and plants. Sorry, like for some reason the stuff's being repeated and I don't know why. So I'm like trying
A
to.
lot of this sounds like when people say that, like, when you die, DMT is released.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the speculation for a while, but now they're starting to walk that back.
Are they?
Yeah.
I know you can find it in certain plants and different things like that.
Right. There's
but
ways
you do
to
produce it.
Yeah, there's ways to produce it, obviously, because people were taking it now. But
It sounds like what this guy's after.
So this is what I was looking for and why I was like taking a second, because the stuff was repeated and I don't know why. But at the beginning, when the garden was first made, there were two categories that someone labeled as stationaries, which would be plants and things that don't move, and mobiles, which would be animals and things that move.
such an odd way to put it, but
Yes.
Yeah.
So you had stationaries and you had mobiles, and he created cycles, and Loosh was now being farmed from these beings.
so this someone created cycles that was
And the purpose was, it was a lifespan, and when it died, there was a little bit of Loosh, and then it was harvested. And the someone eventually created workers, not angels, to harvest the Loosh to go do it.
He sounds like he's off.
But
this
as time
is,
continued, it
As it
needed to
does.
be more. It needed to be more. It wasn't
so
enough.
this is happening in the 50s, right? And not the 60s?
At this
this
point, it's
point in
like
time?
late 50s, early 60s when he's learning this. But this
Okay.
this is a retelling of story of creation. So like the events I'm talking
Yeah.
about is the beginning of time.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
that these entities supposedly showed him.
Yes. So since it wasn't enough, the mobiles got bigger, like dinosaurs, and
Oh, boy.
caused more pain with,
Oh, boy.
and were more violent,
Jeez.
and it caused more Loosh when.
So is he telling the R&D department this the whole time?
I have no idea.
Because he basically turned his company into let me trip out and figure this all out and tell you guys what's up.
Basically. But then eventually, pretty quickly, this still wasn't enough Loosh. It was still too slow, not enough. So then they had the decision of like, what happens if instead of letting life, just normal life happen, what if I just kill a bunch of stuff all at once? Because Loosh is mostly received upon death at this point. Death and like negative, not emotions at this point, but like the instinctual fear. So like
Yeah.
so like there's more, some Loosh was gotten whenever plants were eaten, but more Loosh was gotten whenever it was like a predator was chasing a prey.
So this is the plot for Monsters Inc.
I was going to say that
They
later.
would go in.
I was going to say that later because it is Monsters Inc.
Have you guys seen Maze Runner?
No.
No.
That whole series, I think it's great, but it's the same thing where basically there's a chemical that is released within the brain only when an individual is really scared, and it's in kids, so they start scaring kids out of their minds and harvesting it.
Monsters Inc.
But at this
Pretty much.
But at this point in the time, it's not even that far along yet because most of it's gotten at death, and they don't kill in Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
But I was going to say later, and this is the plot for Monsters Inc. because it is. But anyway, so at this point, there's dinosaurs. They're giving them more loosh because they're bigger creatures and they're more violent toward each other and whatever. So, but it's still not enough. So then there's an extinction event. Kill them all off. Get a better harvest of loosh.
Floosh.
Yeah, I keep wanting to put an F on there. I don't know why. But even then, it was just like, we've got to do better. So they were kept being cataclysmic events.
Yeah.
Floods, earthquakes.
To continue to get this loosh.
Yes.
And the loosh is for what? It's just
I have no idea. He might have explained somewhere
in his book.
The whole time I'm
What
thinking of
Loosh
that song.
does.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
I don't know it.
Good Christian boy. This was the test.
So
eventually he makes people.
Yes.
Actually, before he makes people, there are other someones.
Okay. So there's a big someone and now there's other someones.
And the other someones are like this one, where they have their own gardens they created for similar reasons, their
Okay,
own
so
space.
Now we're into Mormonism.
And whenever their gardens weren't producing enough loosh, they might sneak into other people's gardens. And so there's a point where some other someones are sneaking in to steal loosh from
This is
this
wild.
one.
This really is.
And
I'm still thinking this guy's just laying there with all these researchers, and he's just telling them, "Bro, they're gardens. They're taking this stuff."
so like, yes, the earth is like a loosh farm. It's just a place to farm emotion substance. And then someone decides to make a different type of creature, which is humans.
No.
Humans. And humans have the ability to develop and mature emotions beyond just primal fear and instinct. And so, as you could probably guess, they don't just have negative emotions, they have positive.
More
And the
loosh.
positive is stronger and lasts longer.
Okay.
Lasts longer for something that we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what this is for yet, but it lasts longer.
They're probably attached to the U.S. government. Loosh is their crude oil.
Oh, they
And
got it
so,
over there.
And we're going to go to war with Venezuela, by the way.
And
for
so
for
the
oil. Just drop that bomb. Sorry, Jeremy.
so the idea, I don't know if he says this or if other people, because other people have done studying on loosh since him and have found more things or whatever. But like, there's an idea that because some people say, oh, we stopped being a quote unquote farm when the positive emotions were found because it's so abundant. Like they're still harvesting it, but it's no longer simulation specifically. Like, I'm just going to keep killing to get it. And now it's just like, it just happens naturally. So I've stepped back. That's how some people look at it. But others like, no, it's just changed. And now emotions are being manipulated.
Okay, so
And-
we have a ton of positive energy,
Kind of.
and we are also killing each other a lot. So they're getting
Yeah. Negative
Even-
energy.
they're getting even more loose by allowing humans to do human things.
And so there are some people who are like,
Sounds like
when
he's
you
dopamine
start
farming.
when you start having emotions out of nowhere and you're just kind of like, why do I feel this way? It's like one of the beings created to harvest it is intentionally manipulating you so you could get Loosh out of you.
Whatever.
And so they're like, when you have these thoughts, you can just tell yourself no and you can control it. And like, because
you're depressed, just tell yourself no.
We can play hard to get.
You ain't getting my Loosh.
Just say no.
It's mine.
No, sir.
As soon as you start feeling happy, shut that down. I'm mad.
Shut it down.
I'm playing hard to get.
Shut it
You can't
down.
be mad. They still get Loosh out of it, just less. You gotta be like,
I'll just be
I
neutral.
have no feelings. I am stoic.
Okay.
Stoicism.
The problem.
win.
No.
The problem?
The solution to the problem is
Socialism.
schizophrenia. Okay. So,
What? You said schizophrenia?
Schizophrenia. I thought we went in two different directions.
Wow.
wow.
So yeah, this is just the plot of Monsters Inc.
That's so wild. So it just never. What's
that story off.
What's the conclusion? What's the conclusion to all this coming from this guy?
I don't know.
Be stoic.
He's on his deathbed, and what is his last words? What is
I don't know.
the summation of?
I am neither happy nor sad.
Okay,
No Loosh for
here you
you.
go. Here you go. This is not his last words, but how far back should I go? Let's read this last chunk. When you read only the dark chapter, meaning some people quit paying attention to his teachings during the negative talk and they don't continue into the positive, and so they think it's all about fear. And I think that's where some of the manipulation
So
stuff
this
comes
is
from.
a religion that he created.
This
No,
is
it's just books
Star
he wrote
Wars.
that people go into. But anyway,
Okay.
when they say people only read the dark chapter, they're saying people only pay attention to the negative emotion and then stop there and don't get the rest of the story.
Yeah.
So when you read only the dark chapter, Earth looks like a cruel farm built on blood and storms. But when you continue, you can hear the next chapter, a different picture emerges. A universe of creators learning through creation, a chain of beings, each refining the craft of consciousness. A garden that began as an experiment in fear is now optimized around love. Fear was the first teacher. Love is the final mastery. Humans, fragile, confused, emotional, stubborn, contain the spark needed to generate the purest energy the universe has found. Not because someone wants slaves, but because someone wants successors. Beings who learn so deeply that they can one day step beyond their garden, carrying their own white radiance into the large cosmos. Beings who do not simply produce Loosh, but become creators themselves.
It's Mormonism.
So if that might be your conclusion you want.
All
It's
this
Star Wars.
all
You got
this-
the dark side and the light side.
all this is a weird version of Mormonism.
Well, that's why I say I think he saw some stuff and had stuff given to him,
Yeah.
whether one way or the other, but I don't think it's real. I think it's because it always leads to the same stuff. Everything always leads
It
to
all leads to the Mormons.
it all leads to the Mormons. So Mormonism is real because everything it all leads to the story of God is kind of right, but you get some stuff wrong, and
But we got to make it more complicated.
And you're actually meant to be one of him. You're
Yeah.
actually on his level. When you die, you don't die.
This is literally what the serpent told Eve.
it always
Always
eventually goes to where it emphasizes you
right.
and it builds up you, which is literally Satanism. The
You heard it here, folks. Monsters
go
Inc.
after the
is
Loosh.
socialism, or it does. Monsters Inc. is Satanist propaganda.
It's socialist.
It's also socialism.
socialistic, Satanistic propaganda.
Why do you think they're monsters? Satanism.
Why do you think they're incorporated?
To fight capitalism
Don't do shrooms.
or listen to 100 frequency and 104 in the other ear.
Okay, so I had heard of when I was a kid. There was this stupid show. I shouldn't have been watching it.
Was it But
Uh-oh.
Ugly Martians?
It was 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh, yeah, that show.
yeah.
I shouldn't have watched it as a child.
I also didn't.
But one of the episodes was about a guy that bought a USB from somebody and plugged it into his computer, put headphones on, and it was sound that made you high, right? It was frequencies that altered how your brain waves goes or whatever. And apparently he sat there and listened to it for too long and he died. So,
Oh no.
yeah. So that's now whether that's true or not, whether that can actually happen or not, I don't know. I believed it for a long time because I was a child and I was easily
I'm not listening to anything.
I was easily manipulated as a child.
You're letting them take your Loosh way too easy back then.
Yeah. So I thought there was a way to get high by listening to sound.
No,
And so you went on everywhere. Kids were sniffing
Started going,
Sharpies. You were listening to music.
yeah. I started listening to that rock. Golly, man. But so I don't know if
You
that's
started listening to people have drums in their music
wow.
and that guitar.
started becoming satanic.
It's more than piano. It's satanic. That's a joke. I do not believe that, please.
Oof.
Oh man.
Disclaimer.
So yeah, I don't know whether that's real or not. If certain frequencies added onto each other can,
Well, I don't know about
alter.
I don't know about getting
your-
high, but it does.
Yeah,
The
not
studies that he
high.
did, there are things that having like this almost identical frequencies, but not quite playing one ear and the other, does impact some stuff your brain does. So
It alters your cognitive activity in some
I
way.
don't know if it's strong enough that if you listen to it, it'll kill you.
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
I think we're just scratching the surface with sound
Yeah.
as a species and whole. I mean, we use it for very rudimentary things like restaurants will play faster music if they want people to eat faster, or they'll play slower music if they want them to eat slower.
Mhm.
It's like very rudimentary, but I think that like even we have proof of the government developing weapons that are
Sound waves.
sound waves that literally make people sick.
Yep.
And probably can do a whole lot of other stuff too.
Do you all remember? I don't know if you do or not, but there was a slight scare if you were listening to news podcasts
Yeah.
about the Havana syndrome. Did you ever hear
The
about
mass
that?
hysteria thing.
It was about, I believe it was, I can't remember the details, but it was about Russians driving around in a van and targeting people with sound.
Yeah.
And it's called this Havana syndrome because it was started in Cuba.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's where the people got sick and they're just like,
Yeah.
how'd this happen? And then they said some weird stuff, and then like that's not real. And then like 10 years later, they're like, turns out it was.
Yeah. And it started happening again like a year or two ago.
Yeah, targeting political people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They all died too at the same time. Or am I combining two things that happened?
Oof.
I might be combining two things.
Yeah.
felt like
I don't know. I
There's-
can't remember details. Like I
definitely
said.
am combining two things. They got sick at the same time. Was the Havana thing. Then there's another thing where they just dropped dead. That was pretty recent.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And you
I'm
can
mixing
use.
things up.
Yeah, but I don't remember details. But like you mentioned, the weapons and it triggered that in my head. But
No, I think we use sound very
I mean, we can use sound to levitate things too.
yeah. Like what we do with sound is very basic. Communication is very basic.
Yeah.
And communication is literally what we run the whole world with.
We're using sound right now for you listeners.
Yep. But who knows what we'll find out.
What?
Maybe we'll find some loosh on the other side.
No, I need to know.
I was gonna just make a random noise.
We'll do it.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't.
me. It was
I know what random noise you should make. Hint, hint, wink.
Oh.
No, it's hint, hint, wink, wink, Vandy. There's a certain sound. There's a certain sound Andrew can make that's in the soundboard.
Oh.
Do you know the wild man, the wild man, the wild man?
I was like,
I was not following you.
you weren't following me.
I started winking.
Don't you say that I did.
Is a blank just a double wink?
Yes.
Nice. All right.
Okay, this is a long podcast.
But yeah, that's Loosh for you.
This is a long podcast. It's
Good, because my last thing is short.
okay, it's 7:42 right now.
That's about an hour.
You
and a
got
half.
one. You don't even have a day of work tomorrow.
No, I don't,
some
but
of
I
us
got to get up and go hunting.
Don't have to. You
No,
want
you
to.
don't have
Hey,
to.
Also, real fast,
Go harvest some loosh.
the Thanksgiving bonus. I like how I was like, or if you're weirdo eating at lunchtime, and then both y'all are like, yeah, we don't do that, and we're doing that.
No, it's
Yeah.
because the old folks made us do it.
We're still doing it.
Well, we were having it
Yeah.
at 2:00, but now we're having it at 1.
Because the old folks.
Well, I'd rather have it at 12.
Why?
Not.
If we're gonna do it at 1, we might as well move it to 12.
And if we're gonna do it at 12, we might as well move it to 11.
Let's just have breakfast at Waffle House.
Yeah,
I've never heard of somebody doing a breakfast Thanksgiving. I've never heard of that.
Okay, let's
turkey bacon.
let's bully.
Yes.
Sausage
Let's bully
gravy?
the rest of the family into doing it.
I'll
next
go to
year.
Waffle House Thanksgiving
I'm
morning.
down. I'm down.
Hey, y'all want to get Waffle House after?
Tonight.
Yeah. No, I can't because I got to
He
get
wants to go hunt.
up. Yeah.
Nah.
It's taking too long. You guys want to go get Waffle House?
I'm hungry, dude. I haven't even had dinner yet.
All right, we got. Let's wrap this thing
I
up.
need food too. I'm hungry.
So, tinfoil or truth?
Yes, everybody knows Tinfoil or Truth by now. If
Dun,
you
dun,
have been
dun.
listening for a little while,
If you're new
But if
here-
you're new and you somehow like us and have stuck around this far into the podcast, we do a thing called Tinfoil or Truth, where I give you two headlines. These two gentlemen try to guess which one is true and which one is tinfoil.
Play along with this. Let us know in the comments your score. See if you can beat me and Andrew.
No cheating, though. What is that? Oh my! I thought something was like out there.
Do you know the wild man?
Do you know the wild man? The
okay.
man, the wild man. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
All right. Headline number one is during World War
True.
II. Andrew, what's your opinion?
Tinfoil.
You don't even know the second one. You don't even know the first one. All right. During World War II, Allied bombers reported being chased by glowing orange orbs, later named or nicknamed the Foo Fighters.
True.
The second headline is Napoleon's troops documented a silver-skinned humanoid during their Egypt campaign, written in coded journal entries.
Tinfoil.
True tinfoil.
You guys are right.
Told you.
Yeah, that one. That
I knew it was true when you said World War II.
that
I
Napoleon
like-
thing was like too out there.
Well, I knew about the Foo Fighters.
I like the Foo Fighters whole thing.
Well, aren't the Foo Fighters something else?
a band.
Yeah.
Band, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah,
That's where they got their name from.
Okay.
all right. A said there. Pineapple.
Okay.
No, that's staying in there.
Call me Blake. A 17th century priest wrote about a, quote, sky wheel of fire rotating over Florence, Italy for nearly 1 hour.
A biblically accurate angel.
I think that one's true.
Second one is early Roman historians recorded soldiers finding a metal orb buried under the Rhine that vibrated when touched.
I'm going to say true tinfoil again.
That was just, they dug up your guy.
True tinfoil, because I remember a lot of paintings during that time that show UFOs.
You guys are right.
Yes.
All right. In 1903, a lighthouse crew in Nova Scotia recorded seeing a 50-foot quote, shadow serpent withering across the ocean surface. In 1897, multiple newspapers reported an airship crash in Aurora, Texas, claiming the pilot was not of this world.
Airship. And you said it was in 1852?
1897.
I think
sorry.
it's true tinfoil again. I don't
1897.
want to keep saying true for the first one, but I'm pretty sure I've heard the first one. Maybe just there's so many tales like that it seems like I've heard it. So I want to say true tinfoil. but-
Tinfoil true.
Andrew's right.
Yeah, I was like, it can't be 3 in a row. There's definitely been something like that with the other one though.
I've heard. I remember hearing a story about the second one, but
The Texas.
yeah, but I couldn't remember what year it was when they had that. But that sounds pretty close to it. Did it hit their windmill?
I don't have that
You
information.
don't have that information? Okay, because the other one did. It like slowly came, like
That's
glided
Smallville.
down.
The Superman.
Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be the name of our podcast. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't.
No,
For some reason, I just
don't
can't get it out
apologize
of
to
my head.
them. Don't apologize to them. You've done nothing wrong.
No, I just go ahead.
Japanese
I forgive
fishermen.
you.
Japanese fishermen in 1803 pulled a hollow metal craft with windows and inscriptions containing a red-haired woman.
The Irish.
Christopher Columbus logged an encounter with a glowing humanoid figure walking across the ocean surface.
He saw Christ.
Tinfoil true.
Tinfoil true.
Wrong.
I actually think I'd heard about the first one, but
The
also
Japanese did pull a woman.
I think I remember hearing about the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it? I think it wasn't Christopher Columbus. I think it was George Washington. The second story, because I know that that's why.
Was it a redheaded woman?
No, yeah,
He was redheaded, though.
I think George Washington was the redheaded woman in Japan. No, I'm pretty sure someone saw someone like walking on the water
His
in
name was
America-
Peter.
in American history.
Oh.
But yeah.
So,
that
but
would
so
be a
that's
good
why
one to-
I was more
to look
certain
into.
with that happening. But
That's a wild tale.
Yeah. But it's from 1803, so there's not going to be a picture or anything.
Oh, okay. I was trying to think of. Yeah, that makes sense.
Here's your last pair. American Civil War soldiers reported dozens of levitating blue orbs appearing after the Battle of
True.
True.
we both looked at each other. We're like, yeah, that's it.
Battle of Antietam. I think I'm saying that right. The second one is
Antietam.
medieval monks in Ireland wrote about a boat floating in the sky and its anchor catching on the church roof.
tinfoil.
Tinfoil. It's Antietam, by the way.
You guys are both wrong.
No,
Yes.
No,
that's wild.
because we've heard this story. It was talked about recently.
There was one orb.
We've heard so many stories about orbs, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Was Bigfoot there?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, you
So
could if
they-
it was tinfoil because it didn't happen at all. So,
So
it
it's-
is true.
it was the Irish. An Irish people saw a floating boat.
Yeah, monks in Ireland
Monks in Ireland saw a floating boat that's anchor got caught on
on the roof.
the roof of the church.
Was there property damage?
Yeah, but they told them to take pictures, so they couldn't.
Oh man, that's a wild. That's
I
wild.
refuse to believe the last one we got wrong. I think he's gaslighting us,
Yeah,
I would never.
but always.
he's saying they're getting too good.
I would never.
You would never. So we got the next topic: the Fresno Nightwalkers.
You guys ever heard of them?
I have.
They're not in Fresno. They're everywhere now.
Hmm.
But the first quote unquote confirmed sighting was in Fresno.
They're a wild-looking creature.
They are. You want to describe them? Because they look like pants.
They're literally pants with a round head on top of them.
They look like pants.
I have no idea.
But everybody knows how like a regular, normal, developed human being walks. Bend in the knee.
Let me describe it like this. So the
wild
typical.
man.
Shut up.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's been Jeremy's thing. He's on that.
So the typical look of a ghost, right? The white sheep with the black eyes. Okay, imagine that, except it's literally split down the middle and it has two peg legs walking. Yeah. I mean, that's literally what it looks like. But
in all the videos too, it looks like, how we have the bend and our legs bend back when they walk? It's like flipped. So it's like the bend is going the
like a
opposite
bird.
way. Yeah.
Like a bird's leg.
Like a crane or something.
So it's a ghost bird.
Maybe. But of course, in Fresno, California. So, that way. In 2007, a man got his security cameras set up, and within a week, he, got them set up, and he's just like, I'm just going to go check out and see what I can find, see if anything pops up. And he's like skimming through it because this was back when he had an actual tape that he had to go through. He sees something just like walking through his yard in his backyard, and he's like, okay, let me go back. It might be a dog, whatever. And he goes back, and it's literally one of those things, and he can't explain it. And he's like, haha, funny prank, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He shows his friend who's a cop, and his cop friend says, we've had reports of this same thing in other people's yards. And they all describe it as like a pair of pants walking through the yard where it's just like cut off at the waist.
Dude, the things that cops hear.
Oh, they've got to hear all kind of stuff.
Dude, they hear all kinds of stuff coming from crackheads that are calling into 911.
Yeah.
Saying, I'm seeing a pair of pants walking.
Yeah. This guy, he decides that
bombastic side eye.
This guy decides
Jeremy's not into it. He's just like this guy.
I'm just listening.
This guy decides, I'm gonna keep watching, keep my cameras up. Obviously, there's something weird going on, and he doesn't get another video of it, but he has issues with his dogs, and everybody, or most people, the consensus is dogs can alert you to different things before you can even see them. They have better hearing, smell, etc. So they kind of know when things are going down even before we do.
This is I learned the other day that there was a bear in the area. I almost said not here, but where some other people live.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law was taking his dogs out before they knew it was there. Taking his dogs out for a walk, and it was like every day for like 2 weeks. He said they would get to this one area, and then both the dogs would freeze and just stare in this one direction, scared, and he'd have to like pull them. And he's like, "What are y'all doing?" And then they heard about the bear and that it was found dead, and then after it was found dead, they stopped doing it.
Yeah,
it's wild.
So they've got obviously better senses than us, and I think they're not like humans where they get so much, just life experience where certain things are tuned out. Go ahead.
I actually saw that dead bear. Yeah.
IRL?
On the side of the highway.
Nice.
Yeah. It was weird. It was me and my dad. We were driving to work.
That's right. You did say something about it.
Yeah.
Well, his dogs were apparently aware it was there when no one else was.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
This guy's dog started going berserk. So he sets up another camera, and this is his eyewitness account. He says, my dogs kept barking every night, so I installed the second camera. When I checked the video, I saw these figures, more than one, walking through the backyard. Long legs, small head, like you were describing, as if it was.
And they're
like
only
cut
about
off.
like 3.5, 4 foot tall, right?
Yeah, they're not big.
Yeah.
They walk very awkwardly too, as we've already said. So they're not particularly fast that people, when they have observed them. So they're not like running
Well, I was
super
about
quick.
to say, well, why has no one shot and killed it but California?
California,
If it were here, Andrew would have done took one out.
Thing's done dead.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't because he has nowhere to aim.
No. Hey,
Yeah, where's
I
that
have
heart?
you to know I've gotten 3 deer this
but
year.
okay, but pants. Where would you shoot pants to kill them?
Right.
Don't.
You don't know. You're assuming.
You don't know.
You are.
don't know.
You are. You might shoot there, but you are assuming it may work and it may not.
Anyway, he goes on. He says, "I've never seen anything like them. I didn't fake it. I just want someone to know and tell people what I have recorded." So the neighbors later on confirmed that they saw the same thing, because the dogs were going berserk. They come out, they see the same thing. They confirm that what was on the video.
They actually saw it. They
Yes.
actually witnessed it.
Yeah,
Okay.
his neighbors confirmed, yes, those things were walking through the backyard. They looked at the video. Yes, those were the same things that we saw.
I would love to see one of those things. Like out of a lot of cryptids, I'd like to see that thing.
Actually,
My favorite. I would like to point one of those. I don't know why that's what I thought you were going to say.
I'm going to send Jeremy the video. Obviously, it's from a CCTV back in 2007.
Yeah, now these videos have been around for a long time, well before AI.
Yeah, this was before ChatGPT, Sora. All
I mean,
that
obviously
stuff is.
there's been ways to manipulate film for
Yeah,
a
back in
very long
2007,
time.
people couldn't
Yeah.
edit, couldn't know everything.
No, we didn't know nothing.
Yeah,
Everything was real in 2007.
2008.
We just started
different
making
story.
we just started making movies in 2005.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But a lot of people did speculate that, oh, this is fake. It looks like somebody may be doing some like puppeteering and stuff like that. But when you go to the backyard that it was filmed in, there's like 1 or 2 trees way to the back of the property, and there's nothing over where it walked. So it's very hard to say like, yeah, that was going on.
Yeah.
He would have to have some crazy elaborate set to do all that. So that was kind of out the window. But a few years later, somebody else finds one in Yosemite Park.
So they're moving east.
Still in California, but
coming toward us.
slowly.
This is 2011. More security cameras inside Yosemite Park captured 2 figures again, walking the same exact way, kind of doing that awkward little back and forth walk, about the same size, give or take. And investigators went out there and found the tracks and said, okay, yeah, this is where the video says that they were, or shows that they were.
What kind of tracks?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
It's like as if somebody like
So they're nubs?
Yeah,
punched
just like
into-
little
yeah.
nubs.
like circular walking into the ground.
Like broomstick.
A little bit bigger, like 3-4 inches.
Huh.
3-4 inches, I think it cut out right there.
No feet,
Um,
no toes.
yeah, nothing like that. Broom.
It's just toddlers walking around on stilts.
So that video is widely considered the second most credible because it came from a ranger station.
Yeah.
And it was just freely like, hey, this is what we got. We don't know what it is. Be careful if you're out here. Come up to 2014, Ohio sees one. A homeowner reports seeing a tall white figure, which this is the first time anybody said tall.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Most of the time they're, like you said, 3.5 feet. But he says it's a tall white figure walking across my yard at 2 a.m. in the morning.
That's just your neighborhood crackhead, man.
It's Ohio.
Tall white figure.
And he says it was like a pair of pants walking by itself. He does not have a video, so a lot of people think, he's just,
Yeah.
He's the crackhead.
he saw himself in the mirror.
He walked by him here. What is that?
Whoa.
But kind of going back, I skipped over this one. Back to 2009, several people on Highway 152, maybe you know that from traveling out there, but that's a very popular highway to get into California. Several people reported the same thing walking across the highway at night.
It's always at night though.
Yeah, for the
Well,
most part.
they're called Nightwalkers for a reason.
Oh, that's right.
Nightwalkers. But they said that same thing. Moves weird, walks funny, just doesn't make any sense. A lot of people have speculated it could be a crane because of the way that they walk, but that whole thing does not match up with the videos.
Yeah.
So I
There's
don't,
no head. There's no neck. There's no wings.
No.
They don't wear pants.
There's no tail.
Yeah. And I've seen some recent videos of people trying to actually fake it and like do editing where they'll walk with like a watermelon
Or
at
they
their
could
waist.
walk backwards too.
Yeah. It just none of it looks like how it looks in the original videos. It's just kind of
Yeah.
off to me. And to get several videos that look almost identical is really hard to do. But as of right now, there's a bunch of different reports saying that they have seen them, and they're speculating that they're moving north toward Canada for whatever reason.
No, come this way.
We have enough cryptids in
No,
Tennessee.
we don't.
We have the knot deers.
That's a
We have-
terrible one.
We have Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's everywhere.
Dogman.
Kind of, yeah. Dogman.
Is Dogman really a
Mothman.
Tennessee? Mothman's a Tennessee.
That's I've heard.
Oak Ridge, right?
Oak Ridge, yeah.
Oak Ridge isn't.
No, I'm not saying Oak Ridge is a cryptid. I'm saying
Yeah, the whole place. The whole place.
No, I'm saying didn't Mothman end up at Oak Ridge?
Not that I know.
That's what I heard. Maybe I'm filling in blanks where I don't need to be.
Would you eat one, Andrew?
A Mothman?
No, a Nightwalker.
No.
I shot him. Where'd you shoot him?
No, that'd be like
You don't know what it'd be like.
no. That'd be like eating a pillow, dude.
So,
You don't know
Do you guys rank cryptids?
on if you can eat them or not.
No, not like a menu, but like
Sauteed or
Danger-
The
fried.
likelihood of eating
like dangerous to.
Mothman's like a
I,
6.
I could take that thing
Sure.
because a lot of people are like, they're not harmful. I could
Yeah.
take that thing. They don't even have arms.
Like what's 10?
like a werewolf or something.
Okay.
10 is no, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1 is
it's a pair of pants.
I'm gonna punt that thing.
One Nightwalker is probably 1
Mm,
because I mean from what we know of
if I'm basing it off of myself, probably about a 7.
a 7?
What's a Bigfoot?
Would you trip and break your leg while you're trying to kick it?
Listen, I am a pacifist.
It is slow. It is very
I'm
slow.
slow.
It might.
No, this thing is slow
That's
mentally.
that's crazy. No, I mean every now and then I do. Like I put Dogman and Bigfoot up there.
I'm not taking out a Bigfoot.
No, I ain't. There ain't no way.
Dude, they're strong, is what I hear.
They're strong, trust me.
Well, Bigfoot's not actually a physical being. It's actually a demon.
Well,
A
What?
demon.
in some circles,
Yep.
I know.
Bigfoot's a demon. That's why
why
we've
it
never
manifests.
found. That's why we've never found any actual bones.
You think so?
Yeah, we've never found any bones, and all the hair samples that we have found, they're like bear or dog or something. They're not actual samples. The only physical evidence that we've found are footprints.
So when you go hunting, you're not afraid of the Bigfoot.
Mm.
You never said that.
You're gonna say, "Call an ambulance," but not for me, and pull out your Bible.
Not for me.
No, you're,
Actually, don't call an ambulance. There's not going to be anything here. It's not real.
Yeah.
if you were afraid of a cryptid, which one would it be in
All
Middle
of them.
Tennessee?
All of them.
Like I'm going out.
It would
it's
be
late.
it'd be the rake.
The rake's definitely
Okay.
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up there.
I mean, that's like top.
A not deer.
Is that a 10 for you?
Yeah, that's 10.
What's Bigfoot?
10. 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there'd be no way I could
Dude, we need to have a cryptid ranking.
Sure.
Like, that would be a cool episode.
But we've got to start doing more cryptids, though. We haven't done a cryptid in a long time.
I just did one.
I said more.
Yeah. Okay. I get you.
And then at the end of each episode, we rank it.
So if rake is 10, where is like a not deer?
A not deer? Oh, not deer is probably like 3.
7.5.
Because it's just a deer, right? I mean, sure.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's shaped like a
It's
deer.
not a deer.
It's just not a deer. It's shaped like a deer. It acts like a deer, but it doesn't look like a deer.
It doesn't act like a deer. It looks like a deer and acts like a deer without looking like a deer and acting like a deer.
This is where I get to it. Is like, does it have antlers? Because that can mess me up.
Yeah. Well, even bucks, they'll fight with their hooves too. They'll stand on
I
their
just
back
saw
legs and
something.
fight.
Are there not elk?
No, it's only not deer.
Wow.
Yeah. There's
You
never
think
been
Joe
an
Rogan
account
would like
of.
not elk milk?
That's
Butcher
funny.
box.
Yeah, I mean, we can start doing a ranking system. I don't care.
So where is Mothman above?
Well, see,
a
they
not
haven't
deer?
heard the Mothman
Yeah.
because it's not been released. We need to record.
I know, but that's like popular enough to where
Yeah,
you say
I
it,
know,
people
but-
know.
But we did a deep dive on Mothman.
I thought about doing the
Yet to be
Wendigo the
released.
other 2 episodes ago.
Have you guys seen?
Skinwalkers and Wendigos. Oh my gosh, that's a 10.
Most are up there.
All of them are 10s.
There's this movie called The Ritual. It's about guys that go camping and they meet like a Wendigo type creature.
Yeah.
That thing, I've only seen clips of it on shorts when just scrolling through. That would be my 10.
Have y'all seen or played Until Dawn?
No.
Have you played Outlast?
Until Dawn is about Wendigo.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Spoiler.
Spoiled. But yeah, those would probably be down at my like 2, 3.
Not deer. Nightwalkers. I said night deer, didn't I?
I don't know
Not-
what you said.
Not deer,
Not
nightwalkers.
deer.
Rakes or
Remind me again, a rake. What is like? Is it just strong?
it's a pale
Terrifying.
it's a pale creature. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know. Okay,
It's
never
a
mind.
pale creature that has claws and fangs.
When you
and
said that, I thought it like
walks awkward.
in my mind. I went that siren head thing.
Okay, yeah. But it's
Slender Man. That's a government psyop. I'm gonna save that one for another episode.
yeah, good old Slender Man.
Slenderman.
Slenderman. But that's all I have for you guys today. I kept mine nice, short, sweet, simple. But yeah. Anything
Awesome.
else?
Anything? Any
I know you're listening to this, but happy Thanksgiving to you too. I'll see you in a day.
cool. Any announcements? Any things we need to correct that you're thinking of right now? No?
No.
Any last words, Jeremy?
Oh.
Help.
Help. Don't go after Loosh, guys. And
That was
We'll
a
see.
wild story.
that was a
Loosh.
very wild story.
What in the world? I've never heard that before. Thank y'all for listening to Tinfoil Testament. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you for subscribing.
Subscribe, listen, share
Give us
with
a rating
your friends.
if you're on one of those.
Rate.
Let
We'll
us-
see you next time.
Tell us what your favorite cryptid is, and we might cover it.
Peace.
Peace.